So John G asked, can you do a video on how to find your higher purpose slash spirituality? And I just answered the higher purpose in a different video, but I also want to touch on spirituality because I kind of have a unique journey and I'm going to share that with you right now. So the first thing is I was raised hardcore Catholic and hardcore Republican. And I have a really big family social circle. They all live close by and stuff like that. There's a lot of pressure to conform and be part of the club. Now, I really won't go into the political thing, although basically there was this theme going on in my life where between religion and politics, I was trying to sort out what was true and what wasn't according to my own life's experience and what seemed to be the most consistent in terms of their stated values within these belief systems. What ideology sort of best exhibited their stated value. And so politically, I kind of evolved from like hardcore Republican into like more libertarian and sort of ended up in this like almost like anarchist boat. And the main idea there being that freedom is more preferable over government control and that the market can do things better than the government. But in terms of religion, I went from hardcore Catholic, which I, was raised into and believed in all the way up into my 30s, and then started investigating Protestantism a little bit because I was thinking, well, if the Bible's true, we want to take the most literal interpretations of that and whatnot. But then around that time, I was actually driving trucks for this company that I was working for, and I spent a lot of alone time in the cab, and I had a lot of time to process philosophy. Now, in that time in my truck, one of the things that really rang true to me was this idea that if something is outside of your worldly experience, although we do know that there's things that happen that are outside of our personal experience that, seem to be true because they're verified by social proof and stuff like that. If you don't have direct experience of something, you've got no way to like cross-reference to see if it's actually true or not. So there's certain claims that we can make in society, like the world being round, that are verified by other people. We don't have to travel the whole globe. And we can get a sense of, through the human experience, the shared human experience, through social media and all these other things, that the world is most likely round. But when it comes to the existence of some supernatural being that establishes all these rules that were given to select human beings for them to tell us to execute on, I think it's less likely that it's real because there was no corresponding personal experience of a supernatural deity or certain rules being like divinely true or anything like that. And so for me personally, I kind of evolved into an agnostic. There's something going on that's greater than us, but we don't really know what it is. And to try to pinpoint it and say, hey, I know exactly what it is and these are all the rules, I feel like that's kind of an intellectual stretch. This is a massively oversimplified video, but long story short, I evolved into my current spiritual beliefs simply through a lot of processing time and experience.